idea today going into the day is basically the notes are going shorter and shorter due to the way price is balancing, okay, and both sides are active. Overall, sellers have an upper edge as long as price is below 38.50, 38.40 in ES, NQ 885, Russell 1740, Dow 31200, right? So these are the levels, right? So NQ couldn't go above this, that means sellers are active. Same thing for Russell, same thing for ES, right? Good support sellers target is this, NQ this, right? RTY this, and you can see good support means ES, yes, spoke below this, but pretty much it held it, right? Throughout the day after initial poke below. NQ did not poke below this, it held this and provided a good bounce. Russell also did the same thing, right? And then price at the end of the day, it just closed right in the middle somewhere, right? So now you know these are the good support and sellers target, right? So either they could have taken a profit here or they are waiting to break it down, you know. So that's it. So these are the notes, you know. Rest of the stuff is the same thing, you know. So those notes are very powerful, you know. Dream number 814, 836, right? So now you remember the importance of this level, right? Which is this. See, NQ exactly this level, straight down and then up, right? So I took a long here, you know, in the pre-market. Same account though, okay? Because I usually don't trade pre-market. In this situation, my day is over right here, you know. So when I was writing a note here, right, and then later on when I came back, I saw this CPI, you know, it was halfway here. When I saw this, I didn't even realize that today was a CPI news. But anyway, due to this, I just immediately typed in Discord that, hey, my trading is done, you know, basically I'm not gonna trade today, because I knew when it gets straight into this, two things can happen. Either we have a trend down day below this, or it will hold it and price will just, you know, like choppy move, you know, like this. It will do this, you know, slowly. And but however, I also said I will not go long here, short here, but I will look for short around 650, which is this area, and 750, 700 area, which is this. And then later on I also said 814 to 820, this area I would short, and 850 area I would short, you know. That is what I said, right? So these are the extra levels I gave for shorting, you know, and you can see it. Each level responded. This 814, good response. This one throughout the day after that it held this level also, right? And then this 697 was my same target, you know, for my this long. 692, that's where I put my real trade on, you know. And then I built out somewhere here, you know. When I saw this price is not moving down, I built out basically, you know. I held it here, here, here. Finally when it broke down here, I thought it's gonna go down, but it couldn't. It went back up here. I built out, you know. That was the only trade I did in the morning. Then later on today I got some time, so I went back at around, you know, somewhere around here during the lunch time, you know. And then I had a time, so I did back and forth, you know. I shared those trades in the Discord, you know. So I did a long, short, pretty much I did top and bottom here, you know. So long here, short here, long here, short here. The last short I did it here. My target was this, not here actually. My target was way lower, right? But at the same time, I took the short in ES around 38.15 or, you know, somewhere here. And my target was 96, which is right here. At the closing, it touched that, so I built out both of them. You know, I had 14 contracts in ES and 4 contracts in NQ at that time. You know. So, but anyway, so, and I was not supposed to trade anyway, but today I got some time, you know. But anyway, I had to trade in the later in the day in this chart. But the idea was I was able to read the price successfully, you know. In this chart, what they are doing it, why they are doing it, where they can pause. I know all these levels in advance. That's why I was able to trade it, you know. But so now, so here, so main thing is due to this CPI, right? It's really not a question of trading at that point, you know. Even though if you use MBOX wave or some other indicators, right? It's really not the indicator is giving you the information here. You know, you have to understand the way it went down, right? Straight into this. So in NQ it was in key area, in ES it was in key area, in Russell it was in key area, in Dow it was in key support area. All of them went into support at the same time. and you can check in the pre-market note, check those levels. In Dow also I said 31,200 or something, so they were all in the good support. So that's why there is a bounce here, but the bounce you can take it, but only it has to be reactionary, because at that point, you know, because of this event driven, news driven move, it can start the trend down day also, you know, and it can slice you through it, you know, and another long candle and you would be like, you know, stopped out very well, you know. So it has to be reactionary long idea, you know, and then you have to manage it accordingly, right? So my target was here, you know, so because that's why I took a same account, but my target was here, you know, even though if I traded real, I did not, but my target is supposed to be here, because that was my proper short location. I do not want to short in the middle somewhere, you know, because of this move. It will at least bounce somewhere, you know, maybe here or here, you know. That's why I took these shorts, you know. On the way up, I took all these shorts, you know, one contract, two contract, you know, all these things, and then, but I kept continuing shorting at the key levels. Finally, I got rewarded good, you know, here, and but my stops were very tight here, but here also very tight, and then I got more points than I lost, you know. So that's how you should trade. Stick with whatever is going on. Overall, sellers are in control, and after looking at this, you should not be going long. Yes, it was moving higher, but you know, longs are difficult. You know, you rather stay with the whatever is going on, you know, contextually. Now, if you look at this, right? See, that's where it's the same exact pattern like last 2 days, right? And that's where this breakdown happened. That was a short here, right? And then you knew that these buyers are in control. Then there was a bounce here, you know, around what time it was, 2 o'clock. See here, this 96 also. So I'm randomly talking about both of them, right? Because there was really no trade here, unless you just, the way I specified it, right? You have to find the trade here, like this, you know, these things, around 12 o'clock, this 96, right? See, that's where 11:30 in Discord I typed it. When it was here, I said, you know what, if it goes down to 96 and it bounces, it will go to 35.40. That was one of the member asked, right? That where is the second line in sand? I said second line in sand is 35.40 area, which is this area. But it will only go there if it bounced from 96. That means price was here at that time, right? So then it came down here, this area held. At that point, you know that most likely it may go over toward here. So that was a long setup if you want to take it after seeing this bounce, right? So you have to make a case of it, you know, and you have to know what price is doing. When it goes here, you bail out and look for short even, you know. So when you see this price rejecting here, pausing, you short and come back here again, you know. And then you know these VWAPs are holding it, right? So again there is a bounce, you go long, you know, and then again here, again pause, you short. See, same thing I did it in NQ. See that? That's how you make a case in this case, if you are trading it. Otherwise, after looking at this, the first instinct is do not trade for the rest of the day, you know. And that's pretty much it, you know. So 533, this is the line, you know. I gave it in Discord and said observe 533 after CPI news. Here, right here, I said 533 to 477 is a good area to observe, and you can see it after that price touched 533 and then it started its move, you know, right at the open. You can see it. See, so, and that's where I knew that it wants to go higher, you know. That gives me a confidence to hold my this long, you know. And that's pretty much it for today, you know. So actually I had arrows and everything all drawings were here, but then, you know, due to the storm, light went out, and then, you know, I couldn't save this thing, so it all goes off. Now I have to buy that, you know, that power surge, you know, that can hold some battery, you know. But anyway, so it went away, so I have to draw new lines and new drawings, but so that's why I don't have enough information here. Now, however, I can show you something in the pre-market notes, which now I don't have it in the chart, but this was the notes, you know. Backup sellers area is this, preferred sellers area is this, max target 2, and your lucky level. So price came all the way up to here, close to this lucky line, you know, during CPI. And then for NQ, these are the levels, these are the notes, you know. Above buyers coming, this is the preferred sellers area to hold, which is NQ held below this area, actually 850, even lower than this. This was the FOMC level, 758, right? And if sellers are there, ideally I want them to basically close the price below it, right? And this is the max target, see that? And price CPI came straight here, okay? So see how this is how it's working, you know. So it came straight here and then it held it because it achieved the max target, right? And this 758, I really need a closing below this area, right? That was a note. So where is the closing? Below 758. See that? So at least sellers had one plus point going into tomorrow, right? Because price did close below this and it achieved this target too, right? So, and that be all. There is no inbox here today because I had all this drawing, but then it just because of power it just went down. So now I don't have energy to go back and do all these things, right? But due to this, you can see there are some inbox signals also there. But anyway, I'll cover it tomorrow, and that be all.